welcome back to Mother and Fairy. I'm going to show you everything that I have here set up for my home birth, and I'm going to attach like a home birth checklist. If you want to download it, it's a PDF file, it's free. But I plan on having a free birth. So a free birth is where you are birthing without any medical professional. So I'm not having any midwife here, no OB, no doula. I did have a doula at my last birth, but my last birth was in the hospital. My first birth was in a hospital. I was 20, preeclampsia. You can see those videos from the past. But yeah, I just want to show you guys some things that I have put together, some necessities that I think we may need, and if we don't, then it's good to just have some things on hand, right? So I have my handy dandy canvas slide that, again, I'll have it linked below so you can download it for yourself. But basically, I'm gonna start out with all the things that I need for birth. Starting with the ball that I'm on. So I have two birthing balls. One I got, I think, 2 years ago with my last pregnancy. I just ordered it on Amazon. I'll link it if you'd like. And then the second one I have, it's somewhere around the house. So I'm always on the balls, always on my birthing balls or my exercise balls. But I will use these to change my position. Deep squats is really good, even beforehand. So I'm 32 weeks, I didn't mention that, 32 weeks as of this video. Some circles like this, just opening that pelvis, getting ready to birth that baby. I don't have a peanut ball. The peanut ball is when you're laying sideways and you have the ball in between your legs, just like that. Some women do birth like that. I don't plan to birth in that way. You can look up like some videos of different positions like to use on the birthing ball, but even this one's like a good pain reliever for me. I do plan on having that counter pressure because I love counter pressure on my sacrum. So that's where somebody's literally just pushing on your sacrum, or they'll push your hips in during contractions. Let's start here. So medical supplies first, I guess. My husband, his aunt is a nurse, so she will be coming after the birth, or maybe she'll just be here, it just depends. But she will be here for baby, just to check on baby, make sure her APGAR is on the right numbers that we want it to be. Her APGAR scores are good. She'll have the stethoscope, so it's like the heartbeat and things like that. I, of course, have a thermometer for myself and the baby. As I mentioned, I had preeclampsia with my first baby, so always checking my blood pressure, even now. But we do have a blood pressure cuff for myself. We were gifted this Fetal Doppler. I believe my code is MAJA10. If not, it'll be on the screen and I'll put it down below. But it's good to hear the baby's heartbeat. So during contractions, you kind of want to hear, or you want to write down what your baby's heart rate is or heartbeat is before the contraction and then after contraction, just to make sure the baby's not in any sort of distress. If my baby's in distress, I will call somebody, of course. Of course, with my birth, if for some reason I had to go to the hospital, that is fine with me. That's okay. I just don't want that. I'm not trying to put that energy out into the world. I'm not trying to speak that into existence. I am very faith-filled and faith-driven, and I am very positive that I can have the birth that I want and that I desire so much, and that I feel like I should have got with the first, but I just wasn't educated enough, wasn't prepared enough, didn't have a good team around me. Not saying my friends weren't great at the time, but a support system to really lift me up in that type of aspect. My second birth, you can watch that birthing video, but I did do all natural and medicated, but I was in that hospital setting. They performed a episiotomy on me. I just didn't feel like all those things were necessary, and I really want a hands-off approach. If we really just go inward and focus in on our breathing and releasing all that tension from our body, not cleansing or clenching up each time there's a contraction, it's really gonna help us, our body do what it's supposed to do. The cervix is gonna open, we're gonna dilate, and we'll be able to push out that baby. I'm not doing any cervix checks, so I won't have anybody here for that, and I don't want that. So really just a hands-off approach, just listening to my body. Laboring at home, during early labor, I'll be able to know those signs. Active labor, I'll be able to know transition. When I feel like, oh my gosh, you know what, maybe we should call the ambulance. That's when you know baby's about to come. Okay, so I have an infant CPR mask in case we have to do some extra breathing with her. In here is sterile scissors, and it came with like 40 clamps, maybe 20, I don't know, but it's for the umbilical cord. It's just a big pack. Yeah, 40 white umbilical clamps. These are on Amazon. I'll have them linked below as well. What did I want to say? Oh, so one of the concerns that my husband and I had, so when we decided that this is something that we wanted to go, the route that we wanted to go, we wrote down our tigers, right? Our fears. So there's this amazing book. It's on my bookshelf over there, Birthing from Within. And they talk about what are some of your fears, your tigers. So if a woman is to birth like in the Amazon or the jungle, right? And she's going through the labor process, she's about to have that baby and a tiger comes, naturally your body will stop that laboring process because you're in danger. So your tigers are things that may interfere with your birth, things that you may have fear of. And one of ours was the umbilical cord wrapped around the neck. Simple fix, you remove the umbilical cord from baby's neck, right? What were some other fears? Pooping, because I do want to have a birth in the tub. I do have a bigger bathtub, so hopefully that water does help keep that tension off. I don't really have a plan B if I was to birth in the bed, but I do have those things in case that happens. But I really want to try for water birth just to help with that perineum, to slow down the pushing process so I don't tear. It might happen, who knows. So yes, so if I were to have, oh no, so this is my bathtub covers. So this is gonna go inside the tub. So it's just more of a sterile environment. Of course, the tub is gonna be clean, but I prefer to have like the liner in case there is like blood. Or if I poop on myself a bit. Those things are safe. If you do have poop and it floats in the water, just have somebody scoop it out with something, of course, but scoop it out, throw it away. It's totally safe for the baby. If my partner wanted to get in, my husband wanted to get in with me in the tub, that's safe as well. His germs or my germs, we're all kind of connected because we live in the same house. Same thing with my daughter. If she wanted to help catch the baby, she keeps playing around, teeter-tattering with it. So that might happen. So these are bath liners, bathtub covers. This is the nasal bulb in case we gotta get some of that snot or the suction or the amniotic fluid out of her mouth. Babies do sometimes gurgle because the amniotic fluid, give them a couple minutes, they'll cough it up basically, and then they'll start crying. It happened with both of my children, by the way. So this is just an extra shower curtain we had. You can buy these from the Dollar Tree or the dollar store, or I'll just link them on my Amazon. This can go on the floor, but really I'm gonna put this on my bed, like my mattress underneath, just in case. Oh, I do have a pad I left it in my room, but I did order this pad off of like Temu. I think it's a doggy pee pad, to be honest, but it's super cute. It's like purple and it's got flowers. Y'all see it in my birth video whenever that comes. But I'll probably just have that on top of my sheet as well, in case, like, you know, liquid comes out during labor, if my water breaks while I'm on the bed, something like that. I just want to have that protective barrier. I am debating if I want to put like a sheet that I'm okay with destroying, or if I want to have my comfy sheets on my bed. I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna have the older sheets on there for the labor process, and then when we birth, I'll have like my mom or sister or my cousin or whomever is here, because they all want to be a part of it. I might have them change out the sheets because I do want to be in my most comfortable space. I want my 100% cotton or my linen sheets, things that are going to promote healing and remove excessive heat from my body. And my sheets that I have now are much better than the ones that we just destroyed. So there's that. I do have a handy dandy fan. This is linked to my Amazon buy in my Amazon storefront, I believe. This I used with like for my baby on her stroller. So just repurposing things, right? Because we gotta save money. These babies are not the cheapest. However, all these things, it is my third girl, but when we were in our last home, I wanted to be a minimal again. So I had downsized a lot of my things. I got rid of a lot of my baby clothes and things like that. I do have some big things. We of course have a stroller in our car seat, but as far as clothes, I did kind of get rid of some just because I was like, I'm not gonna have a baby anytime soon. If I do, it's gonna be boy. Didn't happen to be boy. So I do have like a good setup of baby clothes, not anything crazy, but just like a few onesies for each age range. If baby needs help with managing her temperature, I do have some headbands or some hats, and I also have socks. They're in the room. This one came from the bump box. I can link that down below, but my mother-in-law has so graciously gifted me with bump boxes every month, and honestly, or maybe it's every, no, I think it's every month. So I've been getting a lot of things in there. So a lot of the things that you guys see have also came from the bump box. This is Mama and Minnie, so that's gonna be super cute for a picture photo op. Baby girl is due on Christmas Day, so I got prepared, okay? You see the tree? I have a huge tree, but I wanted a cute one out here. So yeah, we'll have that. Of course, when it comes to regulating the temperature, we want baby skin to skin regardless. That's gonna help your baby get the temperature they need, right? So if baby's hot, your temperature will turn, or your chest will turn cold become colder to make baby regulate. And if baby's cold, your chest will get warmer. So that's why we want that skin to skin contact immediately. We want your body to know, okay, it's time to produce those hormones, those oxytocin, you feel good, your prolactin, your breast milk making hormones. It's also good for your uterus. I want to start breastfeeding immediately. So I cannot wait for this labor, guys. You have no idea. If you don't know, I'm a certified lactation counselor. I went through the military channel, so I'm a military lactation counselor, but I can serve all families. I worked at my local Women, Infant, and Children, so I taught breastfeeding. I'm very passionate about it. I love breastfeeding. I love lactation. And if you ever need any help with that, I do have a free prenatal video on my website. You just got to put in your email, and I think it sends it right to you. So you have that option if you want to learn about breastfeeding. It's like a 30-minute video. But yeah, so I told you guys I want to birth in the tub. So this is a temperature gauge for the tub. Basically, when it comes to the temperature, that was one of my tigers that I was talking about. So we were worried about what temperatures the tub need to be, right? It needs to be your body temperature or 1 to 2 degrees more than that. We don't want the temperature to drop any lower than that, because when baby comes out, they won't start breathing just immediately, like open their mouth and they're not gonna do that if they're in a temperature that is the same as the body, the amniotic fluid. So baby could be underwater for some good, like a few seconds, some time. If the umbilical cord's around, you just unravel it and then bring baby to chest, right? Regulate that temperature and things like that. So I really need that to be monitored. I put that on my checklist for my birthing team that'll be there with me to periodically make sure, you know. Granted, I shouldn't have the tub filled up early anyways, but yeah, just gotta have this on standby. So in here is lots of receiving blankets. It's actual blanket for like swaddling if I want to. These are a couple of muslin burp cloths, just anything we really need. I do have a heat pad. I didn't bring it out here because I forgot, baby brain. I forgot to grab it. But I do have a heating pad. So some people will put some water in a crock pot and put like towels in there. Me, I'm gonna put the heating pad underneath the blankets, and that should warm it up in case we need, in case we need that warm temperature on the baby. Of course, if we're in the tub, we can wet the towel, put the towel on baby until I get acclimated and come back to life after just birthing the baby, having that whole labor experience for however long that takes. But I do have heating pads, so I'll put it under it. That'll be one of the checklists for my birth team to monitor that everything is warm. And then this is just a basket to put things. I do have this super cute bowl. I have thrifted, it's wooden. It's for my placenta, just because I want a little photo op of my placenta and baby attached to it. I am doing delayed cord clamping. I'm not doing a full lotus birth. I've read about it. Sounds cool in theory. I'm just not sure if that's something that we would want to do at this time. So we are going to clamp that cord once it's white. If it takes an hour, 2-3 hours, that's fine. I'm not really worried about that time frame, but I'm not purposely keeping the placenta attached for a prolonged amount of time, like a couple of days or until the umbilical cord falls off. I am comfortable clamping it and having my husband cut it. We probably will do like a burial for it.
Can I cut it?
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
My 7-year-old might cut it. So, but a burial in a sense, we're just gonna give it back to the earth. So we're putting it in a plant, let the plant grow. No like ceremony, nothing, no aromas on it, nothing like that. So yes, and then I just looked out and found this scale at Goodwill. I took off the sticker, but I believe it was like $6.99. So we can weigh baby. It's in kilograms. So we'll just have to do that conversion. Right. So I think those are all of the things that like, oh no, it's not all the things. I do have a diffuser as well. It's over there because I'm always diffusing stuff in the house. But I do have incense that I'll put in there, aromatherapies that I can put in there. When labor begins, cinnamon is great. Cinnamon helps clarify the air. Clary sage is good for like focus. What's the other one? Frankincense or myrrh. Those are herbs from the Bible, which I've mentioned so many times. But those are also good for labor, during the labor process. I could do some like unscented oils and rub that on my perineum just to help with that when the baby comes pushing to avoid tearing. But I'm hoping that being in the water, I can just use my hand and put a little bit like that counter pressure to slow down baby, and remember not to push baby out, but like
Which one is it?
so that it opens.
Which
What?
The thing that you made is this.
No, it's right here. Yes, thank you.
Oh, I wanted to use this.
Oh, and then I did find this at Marshall's. Hopefully it's like 100% cotton or something. It doesn't say right now. Probably when I wash it, I can see what the material is. But you know, I've never actually done a photo op with my children when they were first born. So baby number 3, Shorty's just lucky, I guess. She's gonna have the date, time, weight, length, all of that on here. And then we do have like a tape measure for like clothing. So then we'll measure her length on that. I think that is all of the things I need for the actual birth, right? The medical materials, auntie nurse will be stopping by to check on baby, things to protect my mattress and to keep mommy and baby warm. So now I'm gonna talk about my postpartum things. I did get a belly binder. Oh, it's not in here. I didn't belly bind with, I wanna say either of them. I was given, well, I guess with both, I was given this, I'll show you. So this just came from my insurance. They just sent me a package with like my pump and things like that. This is a postpartum support. So this just helps hold everything up, I guess. Yeah, so it's a postpartum belly support. As you know, your uterus obviously expanded from very tiny to massive, right? So we want everything to go back into place. We want to avoid diastasis recti. We want all of the intestines come back in, things like that. I did want a belly bind this time, the Beng Kung. I always say it wrong, but it's from Indonesia. I've been to Indonesia, woo. But yeah, so I ordered this from the Woven Soul Sister. From her site, it looks like she is very faithful. She's got lots of Christian beliefs and systems on there, and that's who I wanted to order from. I don't like that, no offense to anybody, of course, but I'm not into that Wiccan, pagan, witch things. I'm very much involved with Christ, and I want whoever is touching my products to have that same mindset. She also, it's 100% cotton, made with love. She put some lavender in there, so I'll clean that off. But she also dyed it with turmeric, so it's naturally dyed. So I cannot wait to wear this. I will do a video, obviously after I have my baby, of myself Beng Kung binding, so you can see what that looks like. I also made herbal sits. So this is for my healing. I'm gonna have, I think I might have, I don't know. I wanna do a nesting party, just my girls and my mom. My girls and then like my god sister and my sister and my mama. So these are the herbs that we're going to use for my padsicles. So basically boil water, steep it 10 minutes, 30 minutes, overnight even better, to really get that healing effect in there. We're going to use this on top of my 100% organic cotton, super huge, as big as you can get, overnight pads. I chose CORA because they are 100% cotton, and it doesn't have any sort of chemicals in it. I haven't tried this brand before, but I have heard some good things about it. It's linked to my Amazon bio or my Amazon storefront as well. So we'll do the herbs, we'll put that on the pad. Then we're also gonna put some witch hazel because I loved witch hazel with that as well. And then we're gonna put that in the freezer so that I can use those as padsicles, because if you've had a baby, then you know you want that cold healing process down there. I also, from the hospital birth, I loved tucks. So these are literally just like little circle pads filled with just like witch hazel. So you can put like 4 of them on your long pad as well, for healing. With the herbal sits, I can also re-boil again and put that water. So I'll have somebody that's on my labor staff, my girlies that are here. Somebody will re-boil these because you can reuse them. Strained, of course, put it into my Parry bottle. It's not gonna be hot when I use it, of course, but put it in my Parry bottle, and that I can spray directly onto my hoo-ha for healing. This Parry bottle is from Mommy First. It'll be linked as well. It's pink. I ordered the pink one. It's got that good shape so that it's not just like the regular tube that they give you in the hospital. This one's actually curved, so you can like spray down there. Recommend Parry bottles. If you're having home birth, you're gonna need to buy yourself one of these. I got this out of one of the bump boxes. That's the hot and cold pack, which is nice. I've used the socks before. I love those socks. Where you fill them with like rice, you tie them at the end, you put them in the microwave. But this, I believe it's for your, yeah, it's for your perineum, So I can use this as well. Another hospital love is this Dermaplast. If you have some tearing or stitches, if you do have a midwife or in the hospital and you get stitches, Dermaplast is amazing, especially because when you're healing, you itch. So that'll be in there. A lot of my herbs that I have though are anti-itch, antifungal, they're microbial, healing products, helps with blood clotting, different things like that. I'll have a video separate. It's probably gonna be a short because I did put it on like my Instagram. I can link that video, or I'll put it on my shorts so that you can see as well the products that I use to create this. And then Miss Freedom Mama postpartum underwear. I loved in the hospital those really big like boy short throwaway panties. I ordered 2 of these. There's only 8 in here. So I ordered 2 packs, so 16. That's 2 weeks. Well, no, not really, because I'm gonna be taking them off. But hopefully it'll last me like a week. If I need to order more, I'll just order more. These are linked to my Amazon as well. Oh, and then I got this Afterease, so it's for afterbirth. Each baby after your first, you're gonna have lots more uterine contractions, just naturally. So I'm supposed to put this tincture in like a tea or put it in my mouth, put it in water, and that's supposed to help with that healing. Let's see, it's a proprietary blend of black haw bark, yarrow aerials, motherwort, and cramp bark. So super excited to try that. I will let you guys know an update on how it goes. It's linked to my Amazon. We want lots of maternity bras because I am, like I said, a breastfeeding girly. I'm here for the breastfeeding. So I got these from Bodily. Thanks to Bodily for sending them to me. So I got gray and black. I have gray and black. And they also sent me some very comfortable, 93% micromodal, but very much stretchy. I'm hoping that I'm going to love these. We will see. I'll do an update. But they sent me some lovely undies, gray, black, white. They feel amazing, to be honest. So I can't wait to have that on my skin. I am excited for that. So yeah, thanks Bodily for that. Let's put this right here. And then, as I told you, I did get things sent for my insurance. So I was giving a Bravada bra. I actually have a lot of Bravada bras. I think I might have one on now, just for my other pregnancies, and they have held up very well. These are some nursing Cammies. Looks like they came from Medela. Yeah, the Medela Basics collection. Just want to be comfortable. And then here's a cute black one as well in the Basics collection. So I can't wait to try these. I do have a few things coming in, all 100% cotton, because I want all those natural healing chemical products on my body. Like this, I know it's not good for my body. Whereas these pants are 100% cotton. Let me do some swirls. So they're good for me. It's keeping the heat off my body. Whereas this, I'm actually really hot, but down here, I'm good. So I do have a few outfits like coming in. That's right. Really hot. So I do have a few outfits coming in just for at home, maybe for labor or just the postpartum, and y'all will see that in that video. So let's talk breastfeeding. No. So let's talk breastfeeding. I was sent this colostrum collector from Noobs. Love Noobs. Have not tried it yet. As a lactation counselor, I don't recommend trying to collect colostrum until you're about 36 to 37 weeks pregnant anyways. Unless you're already breastfeeding like another baby, then that's fine. And you notice that your milk has turned into colostrum, it's more of that yellow colored and consistency, it's thicker, then of course save it. But as of right now, it's too early for me to start collecting. But I'll try. I've never actually been able to collect colostrum before the babies arrived, but I will try. And I'll give you guys an update on that. But thank you, Love Noobs, for sending that to me. So another one of my favorite postpartum products or breastfeeding products are the Haakas, because mama is always tired at night. And I do like using my Haaka on my breast. Just when I'm breastfeeding on one side, the other side's always leaking, so I like to pop that on. I already have the little flower attachment that goes inside, so I can close it. I do also have a facial fridge. So I do like to have that standby. I like to have that handy next to my bed, so in the middle of the night I can just put my milk in there. And I can use the Haaka to just pour the milk. However, with my second baby, I just had so much milk because it was my second. Each baby after your first, you may have more milk. So I actually got mastitis that like first or second week postpartum. So I'm not gonna use this as my primary. Of course, I wouldn't recommend using Haaka as a primary. Manual pump, hands-free pump, hospital grade pump, electric pump. Those are the ones that you would want to use. So I think I'm going to do better about that. So if I'm doing middle of the night feeds and I'm still full, I'm gonna use my pump. Speaking of pumps, this year I chose to get the Lansinoh hands-free pump. I will update y'all on how that goes. I have used, as far as hands-free, I've used Answer, which is just like an Amazon brand. I've used Mom Cozy, they sent it out to me and I thought it was fine. I've used, as far as the electric ones that you plug into the wall, the Medela, love Medela. Had that with my first years ago, and then I got one from the WIC office. It was amazing.
You were 20.
So 2 Medelas, a Spectra, the pink one. I have tried the Motif pump, and this year I chose to get the full like wearable pump. So as you can see, whoops, here she is. It looks like it has different flange sizes as well, I'm hoping. If not, I do have different flange sizes. So the flanges, and I don't have one out here, but the flanges are little pieces that go onto your actual nipple. So I want you all to measure your nipples. You can like download a size guide on Google and then print it out, cut the circles out, and then try. Or you can order one. They're like up to $2 on Amazon. They're in my storefront, I believe. So you can measure what size flange you need, because sometimes mommy's nipples are very tiny and those standard sizes that they give you, the 21s, 27s, are too large. So you of course gotta try them out, feel what feels right. If you're getting pain, something's off. It could be pulling your nipple too much. It means it's way too big, and if it's chafing, it means it's too small. But we can always do a call if you want. I do have lanolin cream. That's for your nipples. Early on, breastfeeding can be a little difficult when it comes to getting a good latch, figuring out how to latch. It's new for you, it's new for baby. Even if it's your 5th baby, it's still new to them, so it's new for both of you because it's a different baby, it's a different experience. Each birth, each postpartum, each child is completely different, so that's why you may get some different things going on. Speaking of pumping, I did order myself the Lansinoh pump bags. These are, I don't know, I've used a lot of pump bags, but these are one of my favorite ones. I never had really much any spilling when it comes to these baggies, so I will use those. Don't recommend ever filling up your bags up to the 5 or 6 ounces, whatever the max is, because when it is in the freezer, milk expands and it'll pop, and then you'll just be wasting your milk. Also, your baby may not be drinking a full 5-6 ounce bottle when you defrost them. So I recommend doing 2 to 4 ounces max.
Say when the baby turns 1, they can use all your other milk to save it. We can make a milk bath.
That's in my breastfeeding class.
Yay!
So she was talking about, my 7-year-old, I don't know if you guys can hear her, but she was talking about alternatives for milk, breast milk. If you do leave it out, you can use it for a milk bath, acne, eczema on baby skin, milia, so little flakes and dots on baby skin.
You can
cradle
make
cap.
soap.
Yep, so different things like that. It is in my breastfeeding prenatal video, so you can also look back at that. Speaking of breast milk, pumping, these are my favorite bottles. Not sponsored or anything, but I love Even Flow. Even Flow is created by lactation consultants, so that's the highest level that you can get for breastfeeding education. But these are the extra wide bottles. A lot of times these can fit on different bottles, these nipples themselves. So you can order these on Amazon. I believe they're in my storefront, but I just needed some more. I was like, you know, let me just go get some, because I just want some more. We'll sterilize those at another time. I had gone to my local community pregnancy resource center just to check it out, see what they had. I love going to see those ladies anyways. I would send moms there all the time when I worked at my corporate job for breastfeeding. But they have these cute little quilts that the little church ladies prepared. And it says, prayerfully made for you with Christian love. May you find peace and love through our Lord Jesus. Isaiah 12:2, behold, God is my salvation. I will trust and not be afraid. I will trust and not be afraid. That's how I feel with this entire birthing experience that I'm going to have. I'm putting my trust, my faith in the Lord. I know that I can do this. He made my body perfect for things like this. I'm designed to be able to do this. I don't have any fears surrounding it because by not clenching and tensing up, I know that it's going to allow me to have the prolactin. It's going to relax my cervix. It's going to do what it is supposed to do. I'm going to welcome each contraction and things like that. I didn't opt to buy the birth comb because I don't want to cause even tension in my hand just squeezing it. I want to be as relaxed as I possibly can. Take as much time to rest, sleep, things like that, especially early on in labor. But yeah, I just want to show you guys this super cute one. They had like a dark green and they had this one, and my daughter chose this one. So that's what we got. And then, because we're still on breastfeeding, this is my breastfriend. I have the boppy with my first, but the boppy is not as sturdy. It's actually very, when you have baby on it, it's very flat. This is very much sturdy. So this goes right around you, and baby's, boop, right there, not going anywhere because it's so sturdy. If you do have a boppy, just put a pillow underneath it to bring it up and to level it and make it a little bit more firm. Love the breastfriend. My breastfriend, this is linked as well in the Amazon storefront. And then lastly is baby carriers. So I do already have 2 baby carriers. They're in my room. They're like the cloth ones, so the ones that I can wrap around my body. I've had a video, but it was in like a cruise video, so you guys probably didn't even see it. So when I'm postpartum, I'll do some videos on the Bangkok binding, how you just wrap with any of those cloth wraps. And then this is the Tula. Super excited, got this sent to me early on in pregnancy. It's a baby carrier. I am an advocate for baby wearing as much as possible. So this is the Tula for you guys. I will link below which, like what the name of this one is. You can see the pattern here. It's like little wolves. But it is handmade. So yeah, super excited to actually, the sun just came out. Super excited to try out my Tula baby wearer or baby carrier. My husband loves using it as well. So we have that handy. And then of course I have some bottle cleaning products. I did get I don't know what brand it is, but at Goodwill I had gotten a baby sterilizer for bottles. So I'm super excited. I never had a baby sterilizer before because I would just use the dishwasher. But sometimes you don't want to run your dishwasher that frequent. So I'm really excited to try the baby bottle sterilizer. And this is just to get some of that milk out of there ahead of time. So I got that. Got breast pads sent to me. I got reusable ones and just throwaways. But that is it. Honestly, that is all you really need to give birth. As I was buying all these things for my home birth checklist, I was realizing that you get so much stuff free at the hospital. You really do. But what you don't get is the freedom to birth how you want necessarily, to keep a hands-off approach. They're constantly checking your dilation. I mean, you can refuse these things, of course, but I don't want that. I don't want that fundal massage where they're pushing down on my belly to ensure that there's no placenta fragments left. Of course, we'll go to my checkups and my follow-ups. Maybe we'll go to some appointments as well, just for follow-ups. But that's it for my home birth haul for labor and postpartum. I cannot wait to have this birth. Like I've said, if you guys have any questions, please put it down below. Everything, maybe not everything, but a lot of things will be linked down below, just for you to see. Yeah, so if you're having a baby this month, this year, next year, 10 years from now, good luck to you. Cannot wait for you to experience birth. It really is truly magical. It's invigorating. It's an experience that I would love any woman that wants to have that experience to do that. It's really cool. But yeah, good luck, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.